to Keto Weekly Update with your host, Alycia from Ketoupgrade.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 18 of Keto Weekly Update. I totally forgot to weigh myself today. I was planning on it earlier and it just slipped my mind. But I'm definitely down some pounds. I definitely feel better. My pants are fitting better, my clothes are fitting better. I got on the scale right before I did this, and I've already eaten lunch and drinking like 2 quarts of water and all that stuff. And I was less than I was last week. So I'm guessing that I'm even down further, but I forgot to weigh. So it is what it is. But all I know is I'm feeling good. I was able to get our walk in on Wednesday, even though the air quality is really poor. It probably wasn't a very good idea because we brought all 3 kids out and you can smell the smoke. So it probably wasn't the best idea, but it was good to get out for a walk. And we did some swimming on Sunday. I didn't do a ton because I had Van with me and I was pretty much just holding him up and he was swimming. So I was like walking him through the water. So I got a little bit of exercise there. And that's when my mom helped me bleach my roots and do my toner so I can do this color. And it is June 9th, and my Target videos just went out. And I decided on this hair color way before I knew all about the boycotting Target thing. So it wasn't planned intentionally to do rainbow hair. But I've been watching this woman on YouTube for a long time, aka Aislinn, and she's like the queen of rainbow hair. And she did this prism look, which is why it like looks like zigzagged. I like over directed it and did the prism on top, and then I did a vertical rainbow underneath. And she just has so many awesome videos, and her hair always looks awesome. So I wanted to try it and see if I could actually do it. It was kind of like a challenge to myself. And also, before I started YouTube, like since I've started YouTube and went back to work, I literally have not had time for anything else. Like, because at the time I was working full time at Wanaka, which was like a 40 to 70 hours a week job, depending on the season. And then I was putting up a video every week while I was doing that. And then obviously marriage, opening a new business, baby, all that stuff. So literally, I'm either just relaxing because I don't have energy to do anything, or I'm working. So I have not done any of my hobbies. I've been kind of an artist my entire life, not just like I've never done like recording and YouTube and stuff like that, but I've always dyed my hair. I've always painted, did drawings. I made quilts. Like I've always dabbled in tons of different hobbies and most in the arts and crafts world. And since I started all this YouTube stuff, which was in 2020, so almost over 3 years now, I have not done any of that. Like I wanted to crochet him a hat before he was born. I got the hat part done, but then I wanted to put like little ears on it and never even got to that. So he never even wore that hat. When Christina had her first baby, I made like 2 blankets, a bunch of hats, a bunch of loveys, like tons of different things for her. And she had a second baby, and then I had my baby, and I didn't have time to make anything for either of them. So the hair thing is like, now that my hair is really healthy and thick from being pregnant, I finally took the leap to just bleaching my hair completely so that I could just keep it up and do different colors every like 6 to 8 weeks. So that's what I'm doing now instead of all my other hobbies that I used to do. So this is my thing for me to do for myself. He's supposed to be sleeping and he's not. By the way, welcome to the new studio. I don't think I said that. It's still not decorated or anything, and it's not really put together, but it has a bunch of natural light, which is nice, until one of the windows is going away with our addition. But it's right next to Van's room, so if you hear him crying in the background, that's him, because he's supposed to be napping right now. I just put him down. He was like laughing and playing in his crib, and now he's whining. Oh well. But anyways, this is why I'm doing my hair, and like I've always dyed my hair. This isn't anything new. It's just the fact that I'm able to do it fully now and keep up with it. If I keep up with it every 6 to 8 weeks, bleach my roots, tone it, I can just keep fading color and putting new color in. And it's just something fun for me to do because I really don't have a lot of time to do something for myself. If anything, we're doing stuff as a family. We're taking hikes on the weekends or going to festivals or, whatnot. So it's the one thing I get to do because I don't get my nails done. I don't go to a salon. I don't get pedicures. I don't get massages. I don't do like any hobbies anymore. I used to do diamond painting. That was fun. I never even finished. I had a 5-panel thing, never finished it because in the middle of it is when I started YouTube. So I think I did 3 out of the 5 panels, and yeah, so that's sitting unfinished. This is also my studio, but it's also my craft room, so I can also see all the things that I have unfinished and that I have sitting around that I would love to do that I don't have time for. So my hair is the one thing I take time out to do. It did take me 4 hours, 2 of his naps to do, but it turned out really cool and I love it. And I'll be fading it and doing another color soon. So let me know in the comments below what colors you think I should do. I want to do something fun and, creative. So if you have any ideas, let me know. He's almost asleep, but it sounds a lot louder to me, but it's barely registering on the thing. So because he's right next door. And he can probably hear me too. So he's like, why is mom talking and she's not in here with me? So like I said, he went swimming. I'll put a clip at the end of this video. He did so good. He was like kicking and stuff. Oh, it was awesome. I am going to take and watch some YouTube videos and stuff on training him how to float and stuff like that. Because water safety is really important. And I want him to know how to float on his own and not just be carried around by people and just get used to that or being in a flotation device all the time. Because when accidents happen, it's because adults aren't around or they don't have floaties on. They find the water somehow. You never want it to happen, but it can. So I am going to do some training with him on holding his breath and floating and stuff like that eventually. But he was already like trying to kick and swim. It was crazy. And this is only his second time in the water. Now, last thing I want to talk about, I mentioned in last week, I gave you the breakdown on cost for dehydrating your own egg whites and how much you would need to make a loaf of bread. It was a lot. Like 26 egg whites dehydrated to make one batch of my low carb, high protein, protein sparing, modified fast bread. That being said, all I did last week was dehydrate it. So I had it in a bowl for a long time. I was waiting on, having a day without Van to finish up the process. And I think I mentioned in one of my videos, I bought a Breville food processor that's like really expensive. So I thought, if anything, my food processor could get the job done and make this stuff powdered. Not the case. It still was not as powdered as any of the commercial brands you buy. And I think that had something to do with why it wasn't whipping very well. But that being said, it got thick. It took 30 minutes on high speed in my mixer to get thick. And it didn't rise and get really voluminous in the bowl. So it only filled up my 9.5 by 5.5 pan that I use, my loaf pan, halfway. But it worked. I think I overbaked it a little bit. I think I did 34 minutes and it was kind of brown inside. So I think I baked it too long, but it didn't sink or anything. And I'm going to eat it. It's a loaf of bread. It's not as, it's more holy than my original recipe. That's more like, my friend describes it as angel food cake. Like the texture of it is very soft and it squishes real easy. This one is bigger holes and it doesn't squish as easy as my bread made with a powdered egg white that you'd buy, from Amazon. So it works. It just, is it the best loaf of bread possible? Probably not. But if you have tons of egg whites sitting around and you have nothing to do with them, dehydrate them and grind them up in your food processor. I had my food processor going for 10 minutes and it still didn't get powdered. And I think I overheated it because it turned off on me. So you probably won't be able to get it as powdered as the commercial brands. Maybe if you have one of those, the Vitamix, which I've been debating on buying one because they're just nice to have. but I still haven't bit the bullet on that one and bought it. But maybe that would get it more powdered than even my really expensive food processor. But it did work, so if you want to try it, you can. But I'd say put it in a smaller loaf pan or double the recipe to get a nice slice of bread, because my bread slices were about that big. I am going to continue experimenting with it, and I will probably bring you a whole video just telling you all the details that I said in these 2 videos, plus whatever else I learned, and some other things about the equipment I bought and stuff like that for my dehydrator. So keep an eye out for that for a future video. Hit the bell icon to get notified when new videos come up. Otherwise, you may miss my new videos. I think that's about it for this episode of Keto Weekly Update. So let me know in the comments below how your keto journey is going. Thank you for subscribing, and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And as always, I'll be back with more keto videos. Bye guys. Guy.
You're swimming good. Okay. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.